Welcome on my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about the results of negotiations which were led on Belaruska Pushcha today on the 3rd of March. So the delegations of Russia and Ukraine came to the conclusion after the second round of the talks in Belarus Republic. The second round of the talks was led in Belaruska Pushcha between delegations of Russia and Ukraine. The main agenda was the mines exchange between two countries after the first round of negotiations. Also, they were mentioned a ceasefire, creating humanitarian corridors, and possible truce between two countries. So the results were that after the meeting there were made some results. The President Ukraine office advisor Mikhail Podolyak claimed that Kyiv didn't get the results which Kyiv considered to have. That's why there will be the third round of the talks, and this round will be also led in Belarus Republic next week. Podolyak clarified. I'm sorry. Many Ukrainian cities now are surrounded, and the situation with the products of with the food, with medicine, and an opportunity of evacuation leaves much to be desired. Quotation of Mikhail Podolyak, the advisor of Ukrainian President office head. But anyway, the countries came to an agreement to create the channels of connections to cooperate for organization the humanitarian corridors with an opportunity to come to ceasefire. The sides came to an understanding of a common supplying the humanitarian corridors for evacuating of citizens, and there are also for delivering medicine, products of food, and the places of the most serious and bloody fights, with an opportunity of the temporary ceasefire for the period when all this evacuation will be led. Also quotation of Mikhail Podolyak. But anyway, from the position of Russian advisor or Russian assistant of the president, Vladimir Medinsky, who was heading the delegation, came to his own conclusions, and he told that these talks led to the real progress. In a quotation, of course, real progress. He also told that the sides, besides the international humanitarian issue, discussed two other blocks. First was military aspect and the future of political regulation. Quoting, Russian Federation calls citizens who were captured in this situation, in those circumstances where they are to use the creating humanitarian corridors, or very important thing, to make everything to stop the military actions. The end of the quotations. I will explain a little while what he meant by the word to make everything to stop the military actions, the war actions. That means just for Ukrainian troops to put down their weapons, their guns, rifles, and so on, and to be captured by Russian troops with all guarantees following the Geneva Convention from the 1949 year. So another participator of Russian delegation, the deputy of State Duma, told that the achieved agreements will be fixed the nearest time on a high level. There will be also the third round, nevertheless very important round of the talks, the nearest days. There will be demanded a parliamentary efforts for some agreements to fix and then to lead the procedure of national ratification, the deputy told. Putin also warned about the consequences of delaying in the talks. The first round of negotiations of Russia and Ukraine was led on the 28th of February. The countries came to an agreement to lead the next round nearest days, and it was supposed that the new meeting will be led on the 2nd of March. But this day, delegation from Ukraine asked to delay the date of the talks on the 3rd of March. So later, the representatives of Ukraine came. By the way, these talks should be led in, supposed to be led in Belaverskaya Push in Belarus Republic, but later the Ukrainian representatives offered to move the place of negotiations to Poland. This step was valued as as an attempt to delay the talks, and the president of Russia told that this Kiev behavior can lead to new demands from the Moscow side. So I want to quote him. I'm underlining that the tasks of the special military operations will be achieved in any case, but the attempts to win the time by the way of delaying the talks will just lead to the consequences that Russia would demand or would have new demands to Kiev. The end of the quotation. So Ukraine also promised not to lose in the issue of territorial losing. The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Dmitry Kuleba, claimed after the beginning of the negotiations that Kiev is not going to lose Moscow in the issue of territorial integrity. He also clarified that one of the main themes of the meeting or of the talks is to create the humanitarian corridors. Now, quoting him, we're not going to lose in this issue of territorial integrity of Ukraine because it is a very principal thing, very principal thesis for us. There can be even discussed this. This cannot be discussed at all. So, after the meeting ended, the members of Russian and Ukraine delegations came out of the table and shaked each other's hands. So, this was valued as a good sign for the future future diplomatic regulation of the Ukrainian crisis. So, thank you for listening to me and watching this video. I suppose that is all. We'll observe the situation and I'll find the new information for you. Have a good day.